So, what's up, loungers? I hope everybody's doing as great as I am today. Listen, guys, we got a lot to kind of touch base on today, okay, in regards to what happened last night. Shout out to both of my moderators, okay, which is Redbone and Stefan, okay. We're going to talk about what happened last night and their kerfuffle and kind of what my thoughts are on what happened between them, as well as why they might have clashed the way that they did. And we're going to talk about this, okay? Kind of hold court on this situation because when family kind of goes back and forth, you know what I'm saying? We kind of want to, it's not that we necessarily want to jump in the middle, but we definitely want to get this cleared up, okay? Because again, there was a lot of stuff that was said, a lot of stuff that was done, and it was done in front of the sector, you know what I'm saying, and everything, and it was just crazy. And we are going to talk about this today. We are also going to talk about what happened with Binary and Redbone, okay? Because there is this whole thing, it's not a bunch of people, but it's a few people that are saying that, Binary came back and quote unquote bodied, Redbone. And absolutely not. We're not going with that. I definitely am going to break that down and talk about that and how that went as well. And just kind of break down how that definitely is not the case, okay? But we're going to get into this right now. I appreciate everybody for coming in the building. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button on the way in. We are about to be here for just a second, so y'all go ahead and grab y'all some water or something. And we got some new timers going on, so sit back and relax, and y'all enjoy the show. So I hope everybody is doing as great as I am this afternoon. And listen, guys, I'm going to get right into the fuckery, okay? Because this was crazy last night, what I heard. But shout out to the show. The show was great. DJ Drama has had a great show, absolutely great. There was a lot of great stuff and talking points that he made, and just stuff that he went over, and some really funny stuff happened on the show. And shout out to him for that. That was really, really great, okay? The Secktah is definitely on fire. Everybody has been doing their thing, okay? Every content creator has been out here just really establishing their foot out here. And one thing that Riz was talking about just now on Photon's show, make sure you guys go over and watch that too, because he is still live. But they'd be just having some mindless banter sometimes. And, I think that portion is pretty much almost over. So either way, Riz was over there and he was talking about how there should be more content creators in the sector. And I do agree with that, right? Because the more talent that comes out, the more that we'll see. And there's just different sustenance and substance that's brought to the sector, right? And just kind of expanding our palette and not doing the things that we were necessarily doing, which is fighting against each other. We can go ahead and beef and have little arguments and stuff like that. But the doxing and the carrying on that was going on in the past with the AAS sector, we want to be done with that, right? We're not doing that white supremacist bullshit no more. And, we're just doing some other things. So shout out to everybody who's doing that and kind of catches on to that and really understands it. But one of the things I really wanted to point out about last night's argument between Stefan and Redbone, and shout out to both of them. They are both my moderators. I love and support both of them. They both love and support me, and I really, really care about both of them. Okay. Yes, me and Stefan, we have had our back and forths. We have had kerfuffles and stuff. But what brother and sister doesn't, right? And honestly, that is my bro. I do fucks with Stefan. And I also fucks with Redbone, right? And for two different reasons. And I'm going to tell you guys what those are. And I'm going to explain the differences between them and also the similarities between them. And then how you guys can kind of see how this kind of blends together. And it really helped our sector last night, what we saw. So let's talk about this real quick, okay? Because I'm going to break down a little bit of Stefan, and then I'm going to break down what I noticed from Redbone. So what I noticed about Stefan, and I've known Stefan now for probably about 3 years, maybe a little over that, right? A little over 3 years now that I've known Stefan. And Stefan and I, we'd never really got into no real beefs or stuff or nothing until last year when that whole breaking the culture and that whole shit happened, right? And it was a few people in the sector that really were just kind of like shaking me in my, shaking my neck because of the whole situation last year. I'm not going to get all into that because he and I understand that. But the bottom line is, one thing about Stefan for sure is he will stand up for himself. He will most definitely speak up and say how he feels about something. He's most definitely going to get all up in it and get jumped down up in the situation and get to going with you. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of what he does. It's part of the sector. It's kind of an initiation in the sector. Once you actually do that, then you just kind of are established here and you know what it is, right? But that's kind of as far as it goes with our sector. Nobody really wants to meet up, at least as far as what I've seen. I've seen a couple of people jump out, act like they was going to meet up, or, meet up and stuff like that. And then it don't really be anything or anything like that, right? But I've never seen anybody in the sector actually pull up on somebody. Other than one time, I believe Flacco did come to Shakim's neighborhood. We can't confirm that because we didn't see him on video in the neighborhood, right? We just know he said he was in the area and there was like video of him allegedly riding past this man's house, right? That's kind of all we really know. We've never really seen anybody in this sector actually pull up on anybody that I can remember. Now, if y'all remember something, y'all help me remember. Y'all let me know, right? But I don't really remember anybody pulling up. The only time I remember, well, I'll take that back. So I do remember when Ghost pulled up in Philly, okay, and that we all remember that situation. That's kind of the only time I remember when anybody actually literally pulled up in a situation, right? But by the time he got there, the people he was pulling up on wasn't there, okay? So that has happened. There really has never been a pull up on, and two content creators actually just really pull up on each other and get to tussling or get to arguing or whatever. We've never seen that, right? So what we usually see is in this sector, somebody has quote unquote won a battle if that person can scream loud enough on the panel, they can yell loud enough on the panel back and forth with the person and say the most derogatory things about the person. That is a win in this sector, right? Now, we understand that. But in Redbone sector and where they come from, okay, it ain't like that, okay? And also in real life, it ain't like that either, okay? People just know in the sector that she's in, if you talking shit like this, the way that Stefan was talking last night, the way that Redbone was talking last night, the way that Binary was talking last night, you better be ready for a nigga to pull up on you. That's just all it is, because that's all she know. That's what they do over there, okay? They're not doing what we do here in this sector where everybody's just talking shit and everything else and behind these keyboards and stuff. And then, it just, I won the battle because I yelled at you loud enough, and I know ain't nobody going to pull up. That's how this sector is. But in these other sectors, it ain't like that, okay? So if the audience was different last night, if the audience was mostly from the beef sector, they would have had a different idea of who won that battle. And you don't know who was watching, because this sector and that sector is slowly but surely blending, okay? That's something that maybe y'all don't know, maybe y'all don't realize, you know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you're doing, keep doing you. But I'm just letting you know that depending on who was watching, would have thought to completely different of what happened, okay? Especially when it came to the binary part. And I'll get to that in just a second. But the bottom line is, in this sector, a person like Stefan is a powerhouse. That person, we know him. We know he's been around for a long time. He is a household name around here. We love Stefan. It is what it is. He's going to come at you if he feel as though you done cut him low or you done said something crazy, okay? I think he's kind of earned that badge around here. I think other people have earned their badge, of that as well, okay? But you're dealing with people now who are not just from this sector. These people are from other sectors, and they are absolutely used to cussing you niggas the fuck out and waiting for you niggas to pull the fuck up. Or they'll pull the fuck up to you. Okay. And that's just what it is. And that's how it is. So you got to understand why Redbone was looking at this situation like, okay, it was kind of like a jokey joke to her when it came to Stefan. She was talking her shit, said what she said. If you want to pull up, okay, you know what I mean? But it ain't, I'm not really going to take this extra serious. But when it came to binary, right? I'm going to get into that now, because I think binary doesn't understand a couple of things. Now, like I said, Redbone is coming. You guys want to just keep up the idea of, oh, he won this because he trolled the shit out of her. Did he? Right? Because if he really did, in their sector, he would have followed fully through with that troll. Okay? He would have gave up his address to her husband. He would have been like, yeah, make sure that you pull up, send one of your biker boys, send one of your peoples or something to me. You know what I'm saying? It won't be a problem. He would have followed all the way through with that. But in this sector, you guys are very limited to what you call trolling. Like real shit. Y'all are limited to what you feel is trolling. And that's cool as long as you fuck with each other, right? So binary would have been completely within his element doing this in a space where, hey, or talking to a person who is in this sector, right? Somebody who understands the nature of this sector, somebody understands how far this sector is willing to go, right? How far this sector is not willing to go, right? Like, you got to understand that. And what you're dealing with, binary, is somebody who doesn't have any boundaries with that, okay? Redbone don't give a fuck about pulling up on your motherfucking ass in real life, okay? Like real life, she will pull up on you, okay? The same way that, she'll talk shit and say what she got to say and put you in your place and let you know how she feel and do this and do that, she will also pull up, and so will her peoples, okay? So Teresa tried to tell you last night, yo, you don't want to keep going with this, okay? Because everybody is not playing with you. Everybody is not kiki, haha, we're going to shut off this camera and we're going to let this go. Everybody's not like that. There are really people and real niggas out here that'll really pull up on your motherfucking ass. And I think you know that, being from where you're from. I ain't going to dox you or nothing. But being from where you're from, I'm pretty sure you've seen multiple types of folks like this, right? So I think you would understand that, yes, it's great for the sector. It's great for content, right? It's a laugh moment and everything else. And I get that. But at the end of the day, maybe you should have took the body bag, because it was you that got bodied. Okay, let's be real. The only time you started in the eyes of the sector winning is when you finally got on the panel, right? Finally, like Redbone said, you got your Adam's apple together, right? You finally got on the panel after like 20 minutes. And then once you got on the panel, you went straight for her marriage, right? And straight for her man and all this other stuff. And then asked to speak to him. And then when he came and she went to go get him, your entire demeanor changed, okay? Like I said, depending on what audience you had last night that was watching, whether they were in the clouds, because we be over there in the beef sector watching from the clouds, okay? They be over here watching from the clouds as well, okay? So depending on who was watching last night, okay, would say whether that was a body bag, because literally, Binary, your whole demeanor changed when this woman says she gonna go get her husband. Oh no, don't get him. I didn't want you to get him. Yeah, the reason is because in this sector, you're just only willing to go but so far. You understand? You're not willing to go the full measure. You're not willing to go the entire mile. Do you understand? Like they are. You're not willing to do that. So therefore, you might want to watch who the fuck you playing with in these YouTube streets. That's all I'm saying, okay? Because like I said, y'all cannot stop what's happening and this phenomenon of what is happening within these two sectors. Both of these sectors are blending, even down to your algorithm is changing up to various people that are in the beef sector. Or you've already seen it, okay? Yeah, it's because they're blending. That's why, okay? Because y'all and everybody be on this beef shit, be talking this shit and doing the same shit, kind of having the same structure that the beef sector has. You just literally aren't willing to pull up on nobody. That's what's not been happening. Like you've been talking about pulling up. You've been talking about this shit. People been putting that in their titles, all kinds of breaking this, people having this fight, that fight, and all this stuff has been in the titles, which has been going in the algorithm, which has been putting that all, blending that all together. So these people are watching too. And y'all not looking, it ain't looking like you won. I'm just saying, okay? So if you want it to remain where it don't look like, you're really trying to fight and you really trying to do that and you really want somebody's husband to pull up on you in Arizona, you know what I'm saying? If you really ain't trying to do that, you can't be beefing with people like Redbone, who is in a sector of such nature. Do you understand? Her husband already knows she's in that sector. I don't know why y'all feel sorry for her husband. Like, this is her man, okay? Of course y'all listen, you ain't got to feel sorry for him, okay? At all, okay? He wanted to know, after all that shit you talked about her cheating on him with Remix and all this stuff. He don't know who the fuck Remix is. The bottom line is he wanted to know where the fuck you was at in the motherfucking world, baby. That's what he wanted to know. That was it, okay? The only comeback you had from that was, well, you wanna physically harm me after I proved that your wife wants to cheat on you, when that's not what you proved. All you proved was that you was too pussy to actually carry out what you said you wanted her husband to do. You wanted him to get on the phone so you can confront him. Okay. And then see, over in that sector, once that confront happens and that confrontation happens, now y'all meeting up in real life. This is why he asked you where you are in the world. Okay? Hello? So that was not a win. I'm just saying it was a win perhaps for this sector, right? Because Binary does that. He trolls, he goes hard. That's his way of winning. When he has lost a battle, Binary will jump into that battle and come for your jugular. That's just what he does. Okay. We understand that. We get that about Binary. We love Binary. We know that's what he does. Okay. But at the bottom line is, you're mixing and blending this beef with someone who is not from this sector, somebody who is from the beef sector. And that's what they do, bro. Okay. I'm just letting you know. Okay. I'm letting you know, you can feel whatever you want, but that's what it is. Okay. So now, if you want to beef and you want to battle, and I get it, you battling on behalf of your friends, right? Your Stargate and you're breaking the culture of condoms. Yeah, I understand that you trying to battle for these dusty bitches, okay? But not you or either one of them dusty bitches can handle anybody over there. I'm just letting you know. None of y'all can handle them, okay? At all. So, I don't know what you're going to do or how you're going to do it, Binary, okay? But I just wanted to give you my opinion about that because, baby, like I said, I get it that everybody wants to hype it up and make it like this, and whatever, okay? But you're dealing with somebody who's willing to pull up on your ass. Like, period. They don't give a fuck about any of this shit y'all talking about. Any of this police shit y'all talking about. They don't fucking care. They're willing to pull up on your ass. Like, period. Okay? So, if you're not willing to pull up or do or go that far, right? Then what the fuck you still battling and beefing with these people for? For what? For real? Why? There's no point. I just wanted to let y'all know that and what the differences are between, these situations and how that goes. But shout out again to my Stefan and to my Redbone, because this is most definitely true about the situation. You're welcome, Redbone, because it's true, right? Like, it's fact. Like, you ain't got no problem pulling up on these motherfuckers, and that's just what it is. And in our sector, we're so used to people just talking shit, and screaming to the top of their lungs and yelling and screaming, and not like, I don't, in real life, you ain't gonna catch me doing a bunch of yelling and screaming, because that's just gonna piss me the fuck off. Like, you yelling in my face is literally gonna piss me the fuck off. Okay, so yeah, in real life, I might knock you the fuck out for that shit. Real shit. Okay, so I'm not gonna argue and do the screaming and the yelling. For what? For what am I doing that for? Okay, listen, you either gonna get the fuck up out my face or we gonna scrap. Like, that's it. What you doing? Okay, that's what we doing. This fake YouTube shit that y'all like to do, this is as far as y'all are willing to go. Okay, and like I said, and there's people in our sector that do watch the beef sector as well and is fully aware of this, right? You're all aware of the people that come out the clouds, the people that talk the shit, that do their thing. They pulling up on their asses, okay? There's plenty of videos of them actually fighting motherfuckers, okay? Not literally, talking shit about somebody, and this is just as far as this shit goes. No. Okay, so again, I get it. That's as far as you want to go. So you need to pick and choose your battles on these YouTube streets then. Okay, that's my advice to you. Okay, that's just my advice to you. Because like I said, there are plenty of people watching from other sectors as well. Okay, and that did not look like a win, Binary, at all. It just didn't. Okay, I'm just letting you know. But either way, guys, I'm about to actually get out of here. I just wanted to be really fast about this. I didn't want to make this long. Hey, Teresa, I appreciate you being in the building. And you're welcome, Redbone. Vici, I appreciate you. Yes, I had to go early because I'm actually about to leave. So, and Ray Trace, I appreciate you, bestie, for being in the building. You said at all. Okay, child. Just saying. Hey, Karma52. You said, hey, T-Pre, peace chat, doing housework. Yep. Okay. All right, guys. So listen, I'm out of here. But yeah, just take that advice, okay? If you don't really want to be battling out here and really be out here, niggas pulling up on you to give you a nice little hug, then yeah, like don't be beefing with all these people because honey, you don't know what you're getting into. And I don't think you really is about that life. I'm just saying. What's up, Keeper? I appreciate you, but we actually about to end the show. So peace, guys. Thank y'all for watching. I definitely appreciate y'all for coming in the building. And make sure y'all hit the like button.